What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have another podcast episode for you guys. My guest today is Nicole Amelia, and we're going to be talking about what it's like to be a social media influencer and also ways to monetize your influence on social media. So make sure you follow her and also make sure you follow me because I need more followers, I need more subscribers. So if you're watching this, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching this right now, just subscribe right now. Literally gonna take you 2 seconds. It's free and it's a way to support my channel, support what I'm doing, and I would really appreciate it. And make sure you comment anything that you think about this video. Make sure you like the video and hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in there. So, well, first, just thank you for coming. You know, doing this, being down to just answer some questions.
Of
just
course.
Talk about everything. I mean, just tell me a little bit about your background and just who you are, like in general. You could do that.
I feel like I'm all over the place.
Who isn't, right?
Okay, so I grew up in a small town. I grew up in Dover, New Jersey.
Okay.
I went to college at Montclair State University. I studied business and marketing. And you know, I had a business at one point in time. And I tried the whole 9-to-5 thing. Prior to that, it wasn't for me. I decided that during COVID, I was going to start really picking up content creation. I started making YouTube videos and TikToks, and it actually like really blew up for me. So TikTok has been my biggest platform so far. I have, I think, 150,000 followers on TikTok now. And TikTok's a very interesting game.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you get like a really good video and sometimes you don't.
Yep. I know
but
that.
I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing lately. Just so much content creation. I was on a reality TV show.
Okay. Wait, I saw that. Has it aired or?
No, on Thursday.
Okay, this Thursday.
On Thursday.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I gotta watch that. So you did go to school. You said you went to school for business?
Yeah, business and marketing.
And I mean, and you started a business. What do you think? How do you think that like helped you, or did it actually? Do you think it crippled you, or
going to college?
Like, well, going to college for business specifically, and then starting a business. Like, how do you see that?
Okay, so honestly, I feel like I learned more outside in the real world rather than in classes.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There was some stuff I learned from some teachers, but college in general, I just feel like I didn't really learn much for me to take it into the real world.
Right.
So it wasn't really helpful, but what was more helpful was when I have been working with other entrepreneurs or, you know, internships that I had, even like just working side by side with CEOs or owners of businesses, whatever it was. That's what really helped me with my business.
Right. Okay. So do you think anything that you learned in college, just now I'm talking about just related to business, do you think it actually, like, is there anything that you could think of that actually helped you?
There was some stuff when it came to like marketing.
Okay.
Whereas like certain ways I put out content for my business or that was more that helped me. Obviously my studies were mainly like obviously marketing focused.
Right. Okay.
So that was kind of like, honestly, I'm trying to think of it now, like going back to college, I feel like not much really helped me there.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I mean, what was the gap like from where you finished college to like where you started your business? Because you started your business when? What year was it? Was that last year?
Yeah, it was last year.
Oh, it was last year. Okay, so it was after COVID. To me, time flies, so I can't remember. Because I know I went to check it out for the signs, whatever. Like, what was the gap? You finished college?
So I finished college in 2019.
Okay. So pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, I tried my best. Like right when I graduated college, I had a full-time job at a design company actually, where we did signs and all that stuff.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was working there for a while, and then I was honestly miserable, and I decided that was not for me. Like 9 to 5.
Okay.
I did that for like a year.
Okay.
And just the whole 9 to 5 thing was not.
Why?
For me.
What did you not like about it?
I didn't like working for someone else and being underneath, like making someone else's dream happen. Like I wanted to do that for myself.
Okay.
And I wanted to create a life for myself where I can just travel and do things that I want to do, obviously.
Okay.
So in order to do that, I can't really be working underneath someone else.
Right. Do you think that you thought about that though, like thoroughly before you started, like for example, the business that you started? Because you're saying you like to travel and stuff, but you had like the concept of your business was it was a selfie studio, right? So it's a brick and mortar business, so like people had to come, so you essentially have to be there, you know.
Yeah, so I felt for the first couple years that I would have to be here, obviously, but then eventually I wanted to franchise and make it a bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my main goal.
Okay. So that was, yes, I do remember you telling me about that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that would allow you to travel and kind of open that up. So you did think a little bit about that before starting the business. Okay, how long was it open for?
5 months. It was open for 5 months.
Okay.
Honestly, I should have gave it more time, but unfortunately, I just really could not afford my rent. Like my mistake with my whole business was getting a place that was way too big for what I could afford. Okay. So can you walk me through that process? For example, like how long were you planning that business for? Like a year. You planned it for a year? Mm-hmm. Okay. I planned it for a year. I did my research for a year. Then I looked for spaces for like 7 months. Okay. So I did have some time where I planned, but I didn't know any other entrepreneurs that were willing to like, mentor me or help me out. So pretty much everything I did on my own, and I tried to figure out on my own. Yeah. Which, I got pretty far for doing it all on my own. Yeah, no, that was my first, when I went to check out your business for the signs, and my first impression was, this is big. And so for me, for example, since I have had multiple businesses, the first thing I think about is like, how much is the rent in here? Mm-hmm. And then not just how much is the rent, but like I process things differently. So like when I think about the rent, I'm like, how much am I getting from like per square footage on profit? And a lot of that stuff. Yeah. Because you always want to maximize that, But it was a cool concept, and I had seen it. It's growing. It's a concept that's growing. But for example, I'm saying like that's the first thing I think about. Yeah. And so a year is a decent amount of time to plan it. So what do you think? Like once you're open the doors, you're excited. Like when do you see like the shift and like, shoot, like this is a little different, or this is tougher than what I thought? It was probably like a month and a half in where it started to get like, now it's slow season. I think that was about like December. Okay. Now it's like Christmas. Obviously, people are not really going in the store. No one wants to come out. It's winter. So it was like, at that point, I was like slow, and I was like, crap, like I don't know if I'm going to really be able to afford this rent. My rent was $4,500 a month. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah, I had something similar happen to me, actually. A lot of people just don't know, but I own a car wash, and it's actually very similar. I got it at the pretty much the wrong time. Like it wasn't peak season. Like it was about to be winter. The town was kind of dead, and rent was $4,500 actually. Oh wow! Okay. Which was pretty funny. Ironic. Yeah. And I had it for about 5 months. Look at that. Yeah. Uh-huh. So I know your pain. I've had a lot of stuff that either same thing, like a month and a half in around there. It's like where you're like, holy crap, like, you know what I mean? Like $4,500 is a lot of money for rent just to, and then in that specific place, I had a lot of employees, I had a car wash, and I had a shop, like a 2-bay garage, and I had like a mini mart. Mm-hmm. It was on a gas station. So I had the whole thing. Okay. So yeah, it's, and I know that it hurt me, even though like I had another business, but it hurts, mm-hmm. Like, and I know actually I saw the video that you made on it, like, I'm sure it still hurts. Yeah, right? It does. It definitely does. But what would you say, like, the biggest thing that you learned from that? Honestly, I feel like I learned that I can really do whatever I set my mind to. Okay. That might sound corny or whatever, no. I really was so proud of myself and how far I was able to take it by myself. Like, and that was the hardest part. Like, there were so many times within that planning stage or the time where I was looking for places to rent like a space where I wanted to give up because it was so difficult and it was hard to balance because not only was I planning for a business, but I also had a regular job and I was doing like a million things. So I'm just proud of myself. Like I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself, about business in general. So I know that the next time I go into business or whatever I do next, I'll be successful at it because I learned a lot of good and interesting lessons.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so then now that you're here, like, what do you think is next? Like, do you know what's next, or are you kind of just like trying to see what's next? Like, what's next for you?
I do have a couple things that I feel like I want to do, but right now I'm very much focused on my social media, my content. I definitely want to do another reality TV show, so I'm kind of in that space right now.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, I would like to get into real estate.
Okay.
Getting property and then having people rent under me or doing Airbnb.
Okay.
But that's a little farther down the line because I have to save up a lot of money for that first.
Okay.
And plan better.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you even fall into like a reality TV? Like how?
Okay, well, this one is an interesting case because I was on X on the Beach MTV show.
That's the one that's airing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was this one.
Yeah.
So that one is different because you have to already have been on another reality TV show in order to be on that show. So my ex was on a TV show.
Okay.
And I just happened to, they asked him about his exes and his whole storyline, and they interviewed everyone that he had said, and they only picked certain ones of the girls that they liked.
Right. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that one's kind of like coincidence type of thing,
kind of, yeah. Okay. Like that one was just kind of like a.
Right, it's not like you knocked on the door and I'm saying like, I want to get, okay.
They kind of ended up knocking at my door, and then I had a whole interview with them, and they really loved me. They loved my story, and a year later, did we actually end up going on the show? It was we interviewed in November of 2020.
Okay. Oh, sure.
Yeah, November of 2020, and then we didn't go because we flew to Spain, so we didn't fly to Spain until June of 2021.
Okay,
2021.
Yeah. So it's a long process.
Yeah.
And now it's just gonna air.
Yeah.
So you knew about this, like, so you knew that it was airing, or it was just like.
Yeah. So everything was pushed back. So at first we were supposed to go to Colombia. Okay. And we were supposed to go in May. Okay. Instead of June, we were supposed to go in May 2021.
Yeah.
And then things were happening in Colombia at that time, so they ended up pushing it back, and we ended up going to Spain instead. And then the show was supposed to air this December, so December 2021. I'm forgetting.
Right. Yeah.
2021, and then things got pushed back again, and now we're here 2022 in March.
Okay. So I see. Basically you're kind of going like the influencer route right now, right?
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
That's what I'm really focused on.
What would you say? Like, when do you think, like, or when would you say, like, you cross that line of like, okay, like you're an influencer now? Like for you, like what does that mean?
When did I feel that? Well, I would say when my videos on TikTok started going viral, which was in 2020, but I didn't feel that way until, let's see, maybe after my second viral videos, when I started feeling like, okay, like now people are kind of looking at me, they're asking me questions.
Right.
Like, okay, I should answer this. I got negative comments, I got positive comments, so trying to navigate through all that.
Right.
Maybe that's where I started the switch, and I was like, all right, let me take my content seriously now.
Yeah, okay.
So then I started posting more on Instagram consistently. I started picking up my YouTube consistently, and same thing with TikTok.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, influencer is like a huge market. I mean, I feel like, especially now, I mean, I believe pretty much everybody can be an influencer. Absolutely. Right? Like, I mean, I have 500 followers on my Instagram, but I have a lot of influence in certain, fields. Yeah. Like, if I say something about business, people are always reaching out to me, or people call me daily. Like, I just got off a phone call right now. Anything that has to do with like business or cars. I used to have a car shop and the car wash, and I had 2 shops, and people trust me when it comes to that. So if I say something about, what car related or business related, I feel at least, like I have a lot of influence.
Yeah. I agree with that.
But yeah, especially, once you start growing, and like you said, you start getting those like negative comments, like, which, you know what? I thought that when I was gonna start posting more, I was gonna get a lot more negative comments. I'm not there yet, where like, I'm sure I'm gonna get there, but like, how do you even deal with that? Because like, that's really the biggest thing, right? Like, people are scared sometimes to put themselves out there because of all the negative stuff. You're not scared because you think everybody's gonna love you, because if that was the case, then everybody would do it.
All the time,
yeah, especially, I feel like some of your videos, like, it's almost like you let your guard down, and then you're a lot more open. I feel like people see that and kind of can appreciate that more. So like for you, like how do you navigate those like negative comments? Like,
so at first that was really hard. When I first had my viral video, because so my first video was I had gotten a surgery, and I was sharing that with everyone. And at first I didn't want to, because
how much were you sharing? You were sharing what?
Everything. Everything. The whole process of the surgery, like how I felt, getting it done, everything.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And the only reason I wanted to do that was because I felt like there was no other girls doing it that looked like me who were like me. I wanted to educate other women. At least if other people were looking into getting this done or whatever it was, that they could at least have an outlet and see me go through it and whatnot. Because I hate when people lie about certain things that they get done or they don't get done, whatever. So anyway, that was my first video that I had posted, and it took me a while to figure out that, all right, like I'm going to post this because I knew I had to deal with negative comments that were going to come to me regardless.
Right.
That video, I did not expect to do as well as it did, but it has 18.3 million views.
This was on TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it got 3 million comments or whatever. Like, yeah, it was actually insane.
Oh, shoot, that's crazy.
Or 3 million likes and whatever, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
But regardless, I got a lot of, like, negative comments, like a lot of hate comments, and I took a toll on me at first. And I had to talk to other people who are influencers and who get this all the time to see how they navigate through it, and they just said, like, F them, basically, like, don't even read it, like, don't think about it, like, any comment is a good comment, like, you're being yourself, you're putting yourself out there, like, that's good for you, like, you're gonna attract the right crowd that's for you, not everyone's the right person for you.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it now, almost, is like, well, at least I know I'm being myself. Like, I know in my heart that I'm a good person. And I do the right things. And, I'm not trying to be malicious or be whatever it is.
Yeah.
So as long as I know and the people around me know that I'm good, that's all that really matters to me at this point now.
Okay. So, I mean, but still has to bother you a little bit, right?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
No, because I really don't know. I mean, I know, for example, like, in my case, like, if somebody tells me, if I do a job for somebody and they send me a text that, like, there's a scratch somewhere, that bothers me. And sometimes it's crazy because I can't even go to sleep. That's the kind of person that I am. So when I started posting, and like I said, I have 500 followers on Instagram, but when I started posting, that's what I was worried about, But now I'm starting to get, like, I'm not starting to get negative comments, but I'm starting to get a lot more people looking at it. And like I said, I'm not there with the negative, like maybe one or two. Especially one of my businesses, there's some stuff that I posted because it was about money. Mm-hmm. And like the craziest thing I got was like some guy telling me like, oh, you should go die. I mean, that was pretty crazy. That was pretty crazy. But he's like something about you should go die. So that one is like, I just kind of send him something like, I hope, like, you find some peace. Because, like, there has to be something wrong with him at this point. So it wasn't something that I can take super personal. So that hasn't happened to me. But I can imagine it's tough. But, I mean, it looks like you're taking a good approach to it.
I'm trying to now. Yeah,
right.
First it was hard, and I kind of didn't want to post anymore. Like, it discouraged me. But then I realized, like, you just got to keep going. Like, forget everyone else. Because if you let everyone bother you, you're never going to do anything good in this world. Like, you're never going to post that video. You're never going to make that money that you want to make. Like, you just have to ignore them.
Yeah.
They don't know you. Like, who cares about them? You're never going to see them in the real life.
And also, I can imagine there's a lot more hate on, like, TikTok than, for example, YouTube, right?
Yeah, I mean, so far, I haven't really gotten... Like, YouTube, I'm still kind of starting off.
Okay.
Like, I'm, like, 500 followers on YouTube. Or
that's a lot more than me, but yeah. But yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, and TikTok, I still get a lot, like, I'm overwhelmed with how much positive comments I get.
Right.
It's just the few that are in there. And I try not to look at them now. Like, I really try to avoid them and not even look at them. The positive or the... No, the negative.
Okay. Because there's some people that say, like, like Gary Vee says, like, you know who Gary Vee is?
Yeah,
okay. So, like, sometimes the same way you kind of ignore those negative comments, once you start getting bigger and bigger, you sometimes also have to ignore some of these positive comments so you don't, like, your head doesn't get too big, Mm-hmm. Because then you're like, oh, I'm just this person. And then you kind of, like, just lose yourself. Mm-hmm. And then the whole point of even starting is just to kind of show more of who you actually are.
Yeah.
Instead of just, like, this big-headed person, that's just too good for everything.
Absolutely.
So I believe that too. Like sometimes right now, like I said, on Instagram, I get like some traction sometimes, like on my videos or anything that I post. And same thing, it's like since I'm getting all these positive comments, you know, it's like, okay, I can't let that get to my head. Like I'm never anybody better than anybody, you know. So I think that's like a good approach too, you know.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with that, definitely.
So where do you think, this is what I kind of wanted to start talking about, like when I talk to like influencers, I wanted to make this a thing where like where do you see like yourself actually monetizing, like, or when do you think you start monetizing like your influence, you know?
Okay, so I already make, so you're saying like where I make money?
Well, for you, like let's say for you, like how are you gonna approach, like, because there's so many approaches that you can take, you know. In your case, like how are you gonna approach, or you're saying you're already making money?
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about that. Like for example, like where does the money come from just in the influence that you have now, like on social media?
Just right now, so okay, let's say, so my Instagram I have 12,000 followers.
Right.
YouTube 500, and then TikTok I said the 151,000, whatever.
Yeah.
TikTok is where I make my money from.
Okay.
So I started making money when I hit 10,000 followers on TikTok, because TikTok you can enter the creator fund.
Right, the creator. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I started making money from my videos that were doing well, but I mean you get like not that much.
Right.
Like I'm from TikTok alone, I've made since 2021, the beginning of 2021, I made $1,000.
Okay.
So I mean, it's still $1,000 I
Yeah.
didn't have before, and I think that's really good for just making it from TikTok alone.
Yeah.
But where I make the bulk of my money is from brand deals now.
Right.
So as long as you're consistent and you have like a decent like following and people are watching your videos, brands will either reach out to you or you can reach out to brands and make money that way.
So far the brand deals that you got, right? What's like the structure usually? Like they contact you, because they're all contacting you, right? Or you're reaching out?
No.
They contact you, and then mostly on TikTok still.
Yeah.
Okay. And then are you just making content for them to post, or are you making content that you post and advertise on your page, on your platform?
So for me, let's say for example that I worked with this fitness app, right? And they reached out to me and they wanted me to make a TikTok video to post on my page and just send it to them for approval.
Right.
They approve it, I post it on my page, and then they give me $500 for that one video, for example.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I have been doing.
Okay. Exactly. So you're definitely a lot better than like the TikTok, like just creator fun, because you know that's just, you know, a little bit. So is that where you're focusing more? Like, are you making that like an actual business, or are you kind of just right now it's kind of like a side thing?
Yeah, right now that's kind of a side. I'm more focused on YouTube obviously now, because that's where the longevity is.
Well, for sure. Yeah.
So I can't be monetized until I have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So that's going to take me a little while because I'm only at 500 now. And then Instagram, I'm kind of dipping my toes in, because most of the things I've gotten so far were like, hey, I'll send you this for free and you just promote it on your page. Yeah. Kind of thing. Like I had a deal with Boohoo, which is like a clothing company. Yeah. Okay. So they would send me like for weeks and weeks and weeks, they send me like large amounts of clothes. Okay. And they would just like take pictures of it and here's your clothes and that's it. But now I'm trying to get to the spot where I'm like, all right, this is my rate for this picture and that's it. So you're saying like you don't like that, for example, like, I mean, they were sending you free clothes? No, I was fine with that. But I'm just saying now that I'm more established than I was before. That was. But are you like telling them that? Like, are you having that conversation with them as well? Now I'm starting to. Now I am. But that was like last year. So that was or a year and a half ago maybe. Okay. So that was when I was less established. I didn't have as much on TikTok and I wasn't on a reality TV show. So it's different now. I think you always have to know your worth and ask for what you need, because businesses will always try to give you free stuff if they think that they can just give you free stuff without paying you. Yeah. And not that it's bad to get free stuff, because I do really like that, but I also need to pay my bills. So it's right. No, absolutely. I mean, I understand. I have brands that I do this, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I kind of have, because same thing, it's kind of like the more established the brand is, the more they're also kind of like allowed to, I guess, play with, you know, absolutely. Like if Walmart reaches out to you, like, are you going to be like, oh, this is what I charge? You'll probably like be like, okay, what are you guys going to offer? Because it's Walmart. So they're going to also help your image, right? Exactly. So it really depends. I mean, I have like tiers of what like I'm expected to pay, for example, somebody with like 1,000 to like 5,000 followers. Mm-hmm.
you know, and it goes from there. But so, for example, like, what do you charge for like a post, or does it depend on what they're asking you to do?
Yeah, it depends on what they're asking me to do. So, if they want like one page, I mean, I have like different rates, obviously, and I always negotiate.
Okay.
So it never really stays the same. Like, I'll negotiate depending on like what they're asking me to do. If I think I'm gonna get more work with them.
Yeah.
But since I've only gotten paid on TikTok, like for example, so I charge $400 for one video.
Okay.
But I worked with a company and they paid me, like they said 3 videos and then they gave me $1,000.
Okay.
So it was like they negotiated a little bit with me and I was like, that's fine.
And they're sending you stuff still, or no? Or they don't.
No. It was just to promote an app.
Oh, the app. Okay. Have you promoted like you said you promoted something? Oh no, that was the fitness thing, right? The fitness app.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you gotten brands that wanna send you stuff and like pay you, but to do just a video like demoing like their products and stuff like that?
So I've gotten people who rather just send me free product and then get an affiliate code, but I don't do that anymore.
Okay, you don't like it?
No.
Why?
I do not. Because I'm thinking of how much time I put into my videos, all the editing, and all the things I'm doing, and if this product isn't something that I'm actually going to ever use, it's not worth it for me.
Okay.
Like, I'd rather just make my own content and not look like I'm selling stuff all over my feed.
Yes,
I have to
absolutely.
pick and choose what I'm going to, like, what is good for me and my brand, rather than just all these free products and maybe some money here and there.
Right.
But I also don't want to look like I'm just selling stuff all over my TikTok.
Yeah.
I want to still be authentic, and I want to like promote things that I would actually use.
Yeah. There's another thing that I kind of just fell upon that I'm asking people for like my brands. That's just like user generated content, which is like, you know, like I send you something, right? And I pay you for the video, but you don't have to show it on your TikTok, or you don't have to show it anywhere. But the only reason why I'm reaching out to, like, let's say people like you, is because I already know you make content. I already know that if I send you this product, I don't have to really coach you through the whole process of making a video. You know, you have a camera, you're comfortable in front of a camera. I feel like a lot of influencers don't tap into that, or like they don't know how much money they can make with that. Like, I'm out here looking for people willing to pay them, you know, and people just don't want to take it. Like, I'm reaching out to like 100 people, you know,
and people aren't taking it.
Some people just don't even respond. You know what I mean? And some other people, they just like, you know, they respond, they take a week to send their information. So I feel like a lot of influencers, because I've been doing also like influencer marketing on the other side. Like, you're looking at it from like the influencer side. I'm looking at it from like the brands and the business side. I've been doing this since like 2013.
Okay.
You know, so that's when I had my first website, and I launched it was a pillow. I always sell pillows, and I used to, you know, like I remember using some guy that had 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and right now he has like 10 million. So that's how long ago. Yeah, and he still uses the pillow. Actually, it's crazy. I saw a video. Yeah, I mean, the website's been long gone, but I just feel like a lot of influencers aren't really tapping into this, and it kind of, you know, gets me a little upset. Like, I'm looking as a brand, I'm looking to throw my money to these influencers, and it's just, you know, they're not taking it. So I think that's something maybe for you to look at, you know, because I understand that sometimes, like, you know, you don't want to advertise something that you're not really going to use. But if they're paying you just to like do the video, don't even post it on your stuff, you know, you just send it to them. You could be doing 10 of these a week. And if they're paying you $100, $200, $300 per video, and some of these videos that I'm asking for are 30 seconds. Right? So I'm thinking I would do it. You know what I mean? Somebody sends me something for free, and I could make a 30-second video, I would do it, you know? But it's just so much easier, I feel like, for like influencers that are just more comfortable and, you know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So maybe that's something you can look into.
Absolutely.
Or do with some of my brands.
There you go.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like people aren't really tapping into that. So do you have any type of strategy for like YouTube and stuff? Like, or right now it's just, you're just trying to do content, not even thinking about like the monetizing?
So in terms of strategy, what do you mean? Like I post and stuff like that, or? Yeah,
strategy as like to build it, and then strategy to monetize.
Okay, so far right now, I mean, to build my YouTube, I'm thinking of, I'm doing consistent videos. So every week coming out with a video, keeping it within my like niche, which is like, you know, helping people, giving people advice, and then doing like little vlogs and stuff like that here and there. And then once I do get to 1,000, I honestly don't know, because YouTube is such a new market for me, so I'm not exactly sure. I have to talk to my other friends who actually make money from YouTube. But yeah, I don't know about monetizing really. I just know that I'm going to keep pushing out content, be consistent, and then hopefully people, same thing like TikTok, reach out to me, and then thus I can also reach out to people too, trying to monetize and make as much money as I possibly can from YouTube. Yeah,
that's probably the best strategy, to just kind of build it out first, and then, you know, because it takes, I think on YouTube it probably takes the longest amount of time to actually build that. What about Instagram? Like on Instagram, you're not getting any. I know obviously on Instagram, I don't think you can monetize you can't monetize on just the platform. You could do it on Facebook, but on Instagram, are you getting any like brand deals on Instagram or?
Honestly, I took a break from Instagram for a while.
Okay.
Because it's hard to focus on 3 platforms.
It is.
Once.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I post a lot on my stories, but I haven't been doing everything I should be with posting pictures and whatnot. Plus, I also felt kind of annoying just posting pictures of myself like all the time.
Right. Well, what I would say, that's the thing. You gotta just kind of decide on what you're gonna use each platform for.
Yeah.
So yeah, Instagram is usually that platform where you're kind of just posting like your highlights, right? Like you know, if so anything cool, you just post on Instagram. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of changing a little bit because you could use it in different ways. Like it's the one platform that you could use in different ways. And it's crazy because I feel your pain. I did the same exact thing. I started focusing on YouTube like a couple months ago. And then I realized I went back on Instagram. I'm like, yo, I haven't posted anything. Mm-hmm. Because it is tough to focus on all these platforms. But you could regenerate. Like let's say, this is what I thought about yesterday. I did a YouTube video on like 3 tips on how how do you know that you're starting a business, the right business.
Okay.
And it was like a 7-minute video, but I could make that like a 45-second reel. You know, so you kind of I don't know if you could do that with like what you're doing, because you're kind of more like vlogging and like.
Well, when it comes to Reels, I do post on my Reels. Like, I'll take whatever I post on TikTok and I'll put it on Instagram Reels.
Okay, yeah.
But like, I meant mostly for like my own like little posting.
Right,
just pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
I took a break from. But like my stories and my Reels, I keep doing like pretty frequently.
Okay.
But yeah, so I agree with you with the turning it into Reels.
Right, but I feel like you could make still a lot of money on Instagram. You can make money on Instagram with 2,000 followers.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah.
It's just hard to do when you're focused on like everything else.
Yeah, so that's going back to like it almost like gets me upset. That's why I want to do a lot more of these things where like, I mean, little by little I also want to be able to help more like influencers how to make money. Mm-hmm. Like I was saying even before we started like filming, that's actually something that I'm looking to do, like manage influencers. Because I feel like there's, you know, they're good at what they do, right? Like, you're good at all this stuff. Like, there's a reason why you got, you know, whatever. What was it? How many views on TikTok? The video? Like...
Oh, 18 million?
Yeah. Like, you know, like, I think the most I got is 1,000. But, so, there's a reason. But I'm also good at what I do on my back end. You know what I mean? There's a reason why I've had, you know, like, a lot of businesses and some successful exits, too, to business. Like, I've sold 3 of my businesses.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to kind of work together, you know what I mean? And just kind of see like the different like opinions too from influencers. Because there's some people, like you said, that they're just against like even doing some brand deals just because like they just don't believe on the brand, you know? But there's other people that, listen, you throw the money, they'll do anything.
Oh yeah, they'll do, absolutely.
You know? So Instagram, you haven't really tapped into like any...
No, not really. I've done more like free things. Like I've had people send me stuff for free, and then I've posted that. So I haven't really made money from Instagram just yet.
Okay.
I will, but not.
Yeah, you should.
Not quite yet.
You should. No, I think you are. Like I said, I'm reaching out to. I'm running like a micro influencing campaign for one of my businesses. So that's all I'm doing. Like if you have less than 20,000 followers, like from 1,000 to 20,000. Like, I'm reaching out, you know? And like I said, 90% of them don't respond, you know? And then from the 10%, you got half of them that they don't know how to respond, and then you got some of them that they don't even know, like you said, how much they're worth.
Yeah.
Like in my head, I'm like, I'll pay this person $300 for a video if they want me to, and they're like, oh, I'll take the free stuff, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Why would you ever turn that down?
Yeah, I'm also like, a very generous person, so like if they do send me a good video, like I'll still give them something. Because then I want more too. I'm like, you know what? Like, can you just fix this and send me another one? I'm not gonna tell somebody to keep sending me videos for free. I'm not like that. But yeah, there's people that just don't know, like you said, their worth, and it's kind of like, it's interesting to see all that.
Yeah, I actually know an influencer just like that. Like, he has a lot of following. I can't even think off the top of my head how much he has, but he's pretty established on Instagram, and he does not know how to use it. Like, he does not know how to use that influence that he has, and that's it. Like,
that's probably why I don't have that many followers, because I would be dangerous with 100,000 followers. But hopefully I'll get there. That's why I'm saying I would love to. Also, it's consistency, right?
Oh, I mean, like, it's so much about consistency.
Yeah, like, how did you get to that? Like, on TikTok, you had to be consistent, just right. Like, how much were you posting on TikTok?
I post like once a day.
Oh, okay. Still?
At least like once a day. Sometimes I'll slack off a little bit, but if I do not slack off, it's once a day. If I do, it like 4 times in the week.
Okay. Still to this day?
Yeah, still to this day.
Oh, wow, okay. What about Instagram? Just mostly stories for now, right?
Instagram, make sure I post every single day on my stories to stay active and engaged with the people watching.
Yeah.
Because I have more viewers than I do likes on posts.
Okay. Yeah.
And then my posts, I don't post as much, but anytime I post a TikTok, I bring it to Instagram Reels.
Okay. So yeah.
So I'm still posting.
Yeah, you're still
posting. It's
posting.
just not like a physical picture all the time.
Right. But you're not doing like one post a day.
No.
Okay.
I think that's way too much for Instagram.
Yeah.
For me at least, I think that's way too much. I actually saw a decrease in my numbers when I was doing that like 2 years ago.
Right. Yeah. The thing is that these platforms change like very fast.
Yeah.
Right. So, and a lot of them are kind of like learning from other platforms, like TikTok, for example, or they're trying to compete. I mean, the whole game is, who can get people to spend more time on their platform.
Yeah.
That's the whole entire game. So that's why, the Reels, like when you use like their new features, like, it helps. So yeah, I think I know what you're talking about though. Like if you post too much on Instagram, like just too many posts, it could kind of like work against you, if anything. But I'm gonna test that now. Actually, I want to do like a 2 post a day type of thing.
Okay.
And see how that works. Cause I mean, it's not gonna affect me. But maybe I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, let me know.
Because it is tough to now like know exactly what these platforms are doing, because they're changing all the time. How much are you posting on YouTube? Like, how often are you posting videos?
So I've tried to be super consistent. So I've only done Tuesdays. Tuesday at 6 o'clock. I'll always put a video now. That's been for the last like 4 weeks. Before that, I was not consistent at all, and I wasn't taking YouTube seriously. Now I am. So it's different. YouTube, I just started really tapping into and trying to be more persistent. I should be posting another like twice a week.
Twice, yeah.
It's just hard for me. Like I need to start.
It is hard. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I need to like write down more ideas for myself and like videos to post for 2 times a week and all the editing. So.
Are you doing the editing?
I do everything.
Okay.
I do everything by myself all the time.
Okay. Yeah, that's rough then. That's rough.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I did my own editing, I would probably post it once a month.
So you don't do your own editing for your videos?
No.
Oh, so you outsource for all of that. I saw your thumbnails look really great, by the way.
Thank you. The thumbnails, everything. I mean, I've done some of my own thumbnails, like maybe like I probably did like 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, like when like I it's like very last minute, because like I'm trying to post like every Tuesday and Thursday, like no matter what. Like I was on a business trip and I was driving back from somewhere and I was in the car and I did the video in the car. I did that twice actually, and then sent it to get like edited. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not really. I mean, I guess it is outsourced, but it's people that work in my team. So like,
okay,
it kind of yeah. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, if I had to do it myself, oh my god. So yeah, it would be crazy. So I feel for you.
Yesterday, I filmed a video. Let's say it took me an hour to like film the video. Then it took me 10 hours to edit the video. To edit, to create the description, to create the thumbnail.
Yeah,
It's
a job. It's a job.
And I'm not exaggerating. Like really.
No, I know.
I wish I was exaggerating.
But you know that there's a lot of big influencers that they edit their own videos.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Absolutely.
You know, I know a lot of, even, I mean, off the top of my head, what's his name? The real estate guy, Graham Stephan.
Okay.
He edits. He's like big on like, he likes to edit his own videos. I don't understand that one. Okay. And there's people like that he's interviewed that also tell him like, I don't know why you do that. You know, because I don't know. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. I have one of my brothers. He says that like you should always edit your own videos, and I'm like, I don't know. You know, not my opinion, but like, would you have somebody edit your videos?
I probably would down the line.
Right.
Not so much now because I'm trying to conserve my money.
Well, yeah.
Now, you know. So I'd rather spend that money on the new microphone for my phone.
Right.
You know, like I just got a new stabilizer, so when I vlog, it's, you know, better. So I'd rather spend the money on the equipment and make sure my videos are better quality rather than
the editing,
like thumbnails or
Right,
the only thing I've spent money on was I had someone on Fiverr do like a banner for me and do the intro video. Yeah. And I made sure that was consistent, and that was beautiful, and I loved it.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I'll outsource for.
Yeah, no, people do it because of like, especially these big people, like they like to kind of conserve like their style. Mm-hmm. You know, like, and a lot of people do. I'm talking about people with over 1 million subscribers. You know, which that's what I'm saying. I find it still pretty crazy because you have all this money. Clearly, I mean, they're even open about how much money they make on just YouTube. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like time is money, and their videos they're cool, and you could tell they're, it's like the same style all throughout. Mm-hmm. But the time, like I can't.
My God,
yeah.
Listen, if I had 1 million followers, I'm probably at that point outsourcing.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I have a lot of other things to focus on.
Exactly.
But as of for now, I'm okay with just editing and trying to grind as much as possible.
Yeah. No, for sure. So, are you on like LinkedIn? I know LinkedIn sounds. No, LinkedIn is like a thing.
I am on LinkedIn, but I never use it. Like I've heard that it's a thing, but I don't really get how to even.
No, LinkedIn is the platform right now. Well, I don't know right this moment, but I know as of like a few months ago, it's like the #1 platform on getting organic reach. Like even TikTok, it's kind of like cutting down. Like, there's a video that you can get 1 million views, and then the next day, even if you have like 100,000 followers, you can get 5,000 views the next day.
Yeah.
Exactly. So. On LinkedIn, it's more of like the organic because they're trying to, like I said, everybody's just trying to push, their people. Now, Facebook is coming in with like new options to like make money on Facebook. Have you seen that or no?
No, I haven't. Honestly, I barely touch Facebook. Okay, I only use it for my family, and that's about it.
No, they're paying people kind of like what they're doing with TikTok, like the creator.
Okay.
They're paying up to like $30,000 a month.
Okay.
For just posting videos, and you could post the same thing that you post on TikTok, but people say that like it's better to like remove the the watermark.
So what I do, I never have the
watermark.
Yeah, no, because I hate that. So I will, let's say I have the whole video on TikTok and I needed the sound, because if not, I edit outside of TikTok. Like I edit with this app called Therealnicolita.
Okay.
And then I'll take it to TikTok, but if I'm using a specific sound or if I had a voiceover on TikTok, what I'll do is I'll like click on the video and I'll screen record it. So it has, right before I post it.
Yeah.
So I screen record it and I have the whole video with the sound of whatever I needed, and then I just edit to make sure that you don't see any like extra space on the top or the bottom, and then I'll post it somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like for me, that's so much, and that's why I haven't built like my personal brands. Okay. But it's so important. I mean, I'm trying to do that now, and this is part of the reason why I'm trying to learn from like people that have done it.
Yeah, absolutely. But going back to what you had said earlier, I think anyone could be an influencer, and it actually sometimes makes me annoyed that people don't utilize their like platforms more. Like if you're posting a picture in Fashion Nova jeans or whatever, you could be making $400 just for posting that same picture that you were gonna post regardless.
Yeah.
And I think it's crazy that people don't at least try, Because if you don't make it, you don't make it. But at least you tried.
Yeah, for sure. I'm telling you, I'm upset that people, influencers, or just people, because like I said, same thing. I think everybody could be an influencer.
Yeah.
So it gets me upset that they're not kind of tapping into that, and that's why it makes me even more upset that I'm not tapping into this. You know.
Well, now you are.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to do it kind of like I said. For me, it's kind of like a cool conversation to have, just because like, yeah, like I don't know if I want to be a actual influencer, but I want that platform.
But you could almost be like a Gary Vee or something like that.
Right.
You know, Prince Donald.
Yeah.
Something like that almost, where they're not. It's not like they're like influencers.
Right.
But they're giving you keys and hoping that you use those keys for your own life, and then just so happened that they became an influencer.
Well, yeah, definitely. They have a lot of influence. Actually, those two people they have a lot of influence. I mean, Gary Vee pretty much has an influence on like celebrities in general. Like Gary Vee is known for like calling other celebrities and literally telling them what to do, and they're like, "That's it. That's what I'm doing." You know?
Yeah.
Like for you to be able to do that with not just the public, but like just celebrities in general, like everybody. Like if Gary Vee says something, it's like, okay, this is what's happening. You know? Mm-hmm. So I mean that's a big influence. At the same time, that's a lot of weight that you carry too. Like, do you ever feel that too? Like, you don't want to say. Are you like careful of what you say?
Now I am, yes, because I had a video. I had a video once, and it was like supposed to be a joke. It was around the time that that show Bridgerton on Netflix.
What is it?
Bridgerton.
I didn't see it, but I heard it.
Alright, so whatever. A show on Netflix. It's about like lords and ladies and whatever.
Right.
Okay, so around that time when it first came out, it was super popular.
Yeah.
I had made a video on how I bought like a title to become a lady.
Okay.
So like, it was like I became like a noble woman.
Right. It was on TikTok, right?
Yeah, it was TikTok, and I put it to my reels on Instagram.
Okay.
And I had said something wrong by accident. Like I didn't do it on purpose. I thought I was getting, because when I bought it, you get 5 square feet of land. Okay. I thought it was 5 acres.
Okay.
Because I was like, I don't know, just in the moment I was talking in the video, whatever. And I had said that. I posted the video, and people were calling me a liar. And they were like, you lied, like, all this stuff, but I'm just an idiot. Like, I'm sorry, I just said it wrong. Like, I wasn't trying to be malicious. I wasn't trying to have, like, clickbait or whatever it was. I really just said it wrong. An honest mistake. And I actually genuinely thought what I was saying was correct.
Okay. But, I mean, that doesn't even sound... I thought it was, like, something really bad.
No. Like, I don't say anything crazy. I always have monitored myself, no matter what. Like, I just know that...
As a person?
Always... Yeah, I mean, well, not when I'm talking to my friends or whatever. Okay. But, like, on social media, like, you just never know jobs, people, and whoever could be always looking at your social media, so I've always been careful of what I've posted, even when I was young. I don't know why, because my sister's the complete opposite way, which I think is hilarious.
Okay.
But I've always monitored myself online.
Okay.
But when it came to that video, it just like certain things I say now when I record videos, I try to make sure that I'm saying the right things or that I'm not saying anything that could be like misinterpreted. So I just try to be careful with what I'm saying on a video because people will take things and run with it.
Especially now, we're like in a society that like just you get canceled for like anything, So yeah, you gotta be kind of careful, I guess. But I just see that a lot of people are just sometimes too careful, but like they kind of they're not themselves anymore, Yeah. And I feel like that itself is like, I don't know, you can't. It's not really sustainable, like to build a brand for yourself, like being so censored.
Well, I think that you should always be your authentic self, no matter what. Just don't try to offend people.
No, yeah.
Or whatnot. But, try to put out good content and be yourself and try to be as genuine as possible. And then that's it. But just don't offend people. Or try to offend people at least.
Yeah. So what would you say is like the biggest like key to like success on like, let's say TikTok, right? You have like the most success on just building a platform on TikTok. Like, do you think it's just consistency? Or is there something else?
I don't think it's just consistency because you could be putting out terrible videos and be consistent and still, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I do think consistency is huge, but I also think you need to be either, you need to be doing something for your viewers. Like, you need to either be teaching them something
right,
or
like
showing them something that they don't have themselves, or that you have to be giving them something.
Like, just give value.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You have to be providing some type of value to your viewers. I've noticed that most of my videos, the ones that do really well, is because I've either taught them how to do something, or I showed them or educated them on a certain topic. Those are always have been the best videos for me.
Okay. What about those TikTok videos that are just super stupid and like they don't teach you anything, but they go viral?
They can go viral, but that does actually nothing for you.
Right.
Because
that's true. That could be true.
Let's say, for example, like I did have that 18 million views. That could actually do absolutely nothing for me, because maybe no one followed me and no one actually cares about the next thing I say after that video.
Right.
So if you're just doing, if your page is just trends, that's all cool and you might have a lot of views, but it actually doesn't help you in the long run.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Really
to build a brand, to actually build a brand, you can't
exactly
just go on
So it's better to have those videos where you are only having 100 views or 200 views, and you're consistent with it and you're giving value, because one day it's actually going to pop off and it's going to do really good, and then people are going to go and look at all your other videos and say, oh my god, wow, I need to follow them now.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's
there you go.
So
you're doing good.
yeah, I guess sometimes that's the thing. A lot of people try to give you that advice of you gotta do something viral, you gotta do, but that's what I always thought too. Well, number one, I'm not really like that. That's not me. So I don't, if I'm going to get viral for something, I hope it's for something that I actually, meant to do. So yeah, it's just, right now I'm just trying to give value. Eventually I want that to happen. People that, just one video to hit, and it's oh wow, he's got cool content, right? So that's kind of what happened with you. It's okay, they see this, went viral, but then they look at your content oh shoot, I'll follow this girl because she's genuine, she talks about this. Mm-hmm. Which in your case is mostly just lifestyle, right?
Yeah, mostly lifestyle.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty cool. I don't even have TikTok. I opened and I post for 5 days and then that's it. And then I don't even touch it.
Yeah.
So
you definitely should utilize TikTok, because even though I've gotten huge views on one and then I've gotten 400 on another.
Right.
So even though it's very inconsistent.
Yeah, definitely.
It still really helps you out, because it'll start trickling into your other platforms like YouTube and TikTok and whatever. So it does help you out a lot, because that is a place where people will see, really see you.
Right. Have you tried anything with Snapchat?
No, I have not. Honestly, even personal Snapchat, I haven't really even used.
Yeah.
But I want to try to tap into it, because I know that they do more things now.
Well, they were doing something crazy last year. Where I know people that made a lot of money. There was this guy on YouTube that he made $1 million off in 1 month.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean he did do, he made 5,000 videos in that 1 month. So But
hey,
they were going, that's what I'm saying. $1 million changes your life at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know somebody I personally know made $75,000 in 1 month from nothing. And not even with a following. It was just about, posting and more platforms are doing that. Now Facebook is doing that. Maybe you should look into that. Since you're already doing TikTok, and that's kind of what you're doing, that's a good place to look at. And then, definitely you have to do user generated content. I mean, have you heard that UGC?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That is huge, and if you actually put effort into it, I'm telling you, you won't even, you're just gonna use your platform and make money without even having to use your platform for them.
Yeah.
It's just you're using the platform literally for yourself,
yeah.
To make the money. And especially if you're already, TikTok and Instagram, you're definitely ready for that. So you should look into that for sure.
I have a few things. I got a mental note in my head right now.
Yeah. No, you should, especially if you're already doing these things, because like I said, it's a lot of also you could regenerate content. Something that you use for YouTube. Sometimes you don't think about it, but you could just use it for Instagram. And then that same thing, you make it even shorter or funnier, and then put it on TikTok. So. And then now, like I said, you do it on TikTok, you put it on Facebook, and Facebook is actually paying. Since it's new, they always pay more when it's brand new. So the new feature, and it's literally you got to get invited and there's no, I don't know what the actual guidelines are, but if you do get invited, you can make up to $30,000 a month just on just your content. That's it. You haven't heard about that?
Nope, but I hope to be invited soon.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta start. I think it's just like a page, and then yeah. But you could do it from your own Facebook.
That's actually funny because today I had like an old page, and it was like model Nicole Amelia, but like from when I was like in high school or something.
What, Facebook page?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like I have my own personal page, but it's like a separate business type of page.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I had that, and that's actually what I connected to my Instagram. Like when I created Instagram.
Yeah.
To make it like the business account back in the day. And today I was like, you know what? Let me actually update this and I put the picture from my Ex on the Beach show, and then I put the Ex on the Beach on top, whatever. And I was like, let me start actually like posting on here and see like if anything happens. So I literally just did that like 2 hours ago. So it's funny that you just brought that up.
Do you think this whole Ex on the Beach, that's what it's called, Ex on the Beach? Do you think this is actually gonna like change anything? Like
I do. Not like if I were on Netflix or something like that, but I do think that it is gonna help because I'm gonna be able to get verified on Instagram. MTV's physically helping me with that.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah, so they're gonna reach out to Instagram and help me get my verification.
That's big.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm very excited for that. Maybe it'll trickle down to other TikTok or whatever. Getting verified on those platforms would be cool too. But Instagram is my main concern.
Okay.
So that will help, and then I've already gotten people like reaching out to me and talking to me and following my page, and the show hasn't even come out yet. So I do think it'll help in a lot of ways. And I think it'll also help me get recognized and be on another show and help me even more with that.
Yeah, for sure. No, definitely. That's the goal. That's the dream for me to be verified on Instagram.
Yeah, literally. I have it on my phone actually. I made like a vision board for my screen, like my lock screen, so I could look at it all the time, and the verification sticker is right there.
Yeah.
And I've had that I even once photoshopped it on my picture and printed it out and had it on my wall so I could manifest it.
Yeah. No, for sure. That's exciting. I mean, I gotta tune in, I guess, then on how many episodes are you on? Do you know, or
I don't actually. I haven't even seen it.
No?
Nope. I just lived it. That was it. But I know before I get there, I'm talked about a lot. So even when I'm not there, I'm there.
Okay. I got you.
So pretty much all of them.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I think we're just gonna close it off there. Anything else that you want to say?
I don't think so. Not on the top of my head.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So just thank you.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
This works, but it's a real thing actually. Yes. A deep breath.
Shout out Busty.
Thank you guys. If you stayed the whole entire way to watching this video, thank you for watching it. Thank you for supporting my channel, and hope you guys got some value, and hope you guys just enjoyed the video. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you guys want anything new, any suggestions, please let me know. Comment below, and I'll see you guys soon.